Didn't record. Okay, it says we're recording. Dr. Whitaker, or Dr. Neal and Dr. Whitaker, this is our Zoom for task 3 of the CAP of Gretchen, Pam, and Veronica. And whoever wants to start.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and start then. Gretchen, I thought this was well organized.
Thank you.
And so I said the task aligns with the course content. Your external sources, your charts, and your graphs were certainly appropriate to the topic and to the information that you were providing. I thought your strength was in your research. And at this stage, we're not necessarily doing as much external research as we are research within our organization. It's always interesting to look at yours and Veronica's work because I did get a different perspective from the middle school, from the perspective of a middle school and or a elementary school. So I always find that very interesting. So I thought that was your strength. I didn't detect any specific weaknesses or grammatical errors. So that looked good. Leadership demonstrated from the research, sharing your research, your cumulative ideas, and your analysis. So in fact, that'll be helpful to me. And I'm looking forward to looking at Veronica's as well. And I believe that kind of summarizes. So in general, overall, it was logical and organized.
All right. Veronica, you want me to go ahead and do yours, sweetie?
You can.
Okay. I said that the task was aligned to the course. You had a good use of headings and data. I thought the strength was in your use of data. I noticed that you had pulled things from the advanced ed surveys. Is that open now?
I know it is for us.
Okay. All right. I want to check on that myself. Do what, Pam?
She says it's open for us.
Uh-huh.
I was told that they don't publish it, period. That it's only available, your information to your specific school. Do you know anything different, Veronica?
I haven't, but I was fortunate that the principal did share it with me because, of course, you know, I'm under him for internship, so he was willing to share it with me.
Okay.
I have a username and password from my principal, but when I've tried to go in before, it was saying that they were working on the site.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting that you had that.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing I had for weaknesses was just suggestions about, and you may be planning to do this, Veronica. I know you weren't quite done with yours either, but adding the qualifications of the current teachers in your building.
Okay.
If you can get that information.
Yeah.
And then adding data about the types of incidences that occur for student behavior.
Yeah.
And I got that straight from Power School, but I had to get my principal's information in order to see all that.
Okay.
Leadership was demonstrated in gathering your data. Mm-hmm. When you go back in to proof it, look at your verb agreement.
Okay.
Okay. But everything was organized professionally. It was easily followed. And I know you'll be adding any citations or references at the end when you're complete. But it was very easily followed, and your data was great.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah. All right. Pam, like we mentioned already, of course, you're going to add some more information, you know, with your paper. There were some things missing as far as the teacher qualifications. You can insert that when you're finished. But I see that your content was aligned so far that, you know, what you have is very detailed. For the charts that you have provided, you know, they're easily to be read. I also see that you created your own teacher empowerment survey, right? Mm-hmm. Your survey questions, did you create that yourself?
Yes. So I had to create, I did not have access to the state information. So I created previously, and I showed all of those results in task 1. I believe it was task 1 or task 2 of this assignment of the CAP. But
gotcha.
I create my own teacher empowerment survey, and I'm using those results.
Okay, so that was something Nell mentioned, right? We can create something based on North Carolina zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And for this, if you want to,
Can you speak up a little bit, Pam? I can't hear you.
okay, for the qualitative part, what I was thinking about doing, I may not have to do it now, but I asked my principal and he said it was okay, is for the survey, what our school's weaknesses, major weaknesses were in those 5 areas that were in task 1.
Gotcha.
Could I create a qualitative survey, which would mean I would survey my teachers, but instead of yes, no, agree, disagree, I would leave it open for them to give me short answers.
Okay.
That would meet the qualitative data requirements for those interviews.
That's a good idea. Like you said, because sometimes it's hard to survey or look at the results based on agree or disagree. So
And I did that a lot through email, just
gotcha.
you know, because it's so hard. Everybody's so busy, and that way they can respond to it. You know, like I said, we're on intercession. We're not even in session, but I've had teachers respond to my email, and I put in that email, and I put that in task 2. I put the in my the appendix area showing that I'd done that. Because you know, if you can't get face to face with them, and even if you're back, you're in your room. So
another way to do it, Veronica, did either of you use Google Forms before when we had to do the survey?
Yeah, I did.
You can do the exact same thing, and you ask them a question, and below it, you have an option to do a short answer.
Yeah.
And so, and when you send it out, you leave off. You don't have them put in. You don't have a place where they tell you their name. Therefore, you say in advance, all results are completely anonymous. We don't know who said what. Feel free to speak freely. Tell us what you really think. Help us solve problems. Be involved or whatever. But you can use Google Forms just like we did for the other things. It will not give you your results in a graphic. It'll give you results in a table. So it'll list the results.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to do. I was going to do my qualitative teacher surveys in a Google form.
Okay.
So that's what I was going to, and I probably will still have to go back and do that for test 2.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, and I look forward to, seeing that when you wrap that up, when you finish it up. But overall, your strength, like I said, so far is in your data. Of course, you will add, what you need to add. Weaknesses at this moment, of course, you already know what that is. We've already discussed that. Leadership, of course, was demonstrated. I can tell that you're actually meeting with the teachers. As you already mentioned, how you're sending out, emails, how they can, conversate with you, or even through the interview process. Those are great ways to show leadership. Grammar, so far, I haven't, see anything. Organization, of course, was well organized, very professional. And, you have APA. I think you already have some already on there. I saw one particular site. So as you, complete your paper, I look forward to seeing other citations. And that's about it. I'm trying to look at it as I'm doing it.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions or comments? I think we'll have one more of these for task 4. And then this will be our last ones, according to what Dr. Neal said the other night.
Yeah.
But just so y'all know, I'm sure y'all already know this, but if y'all need, if y'all need me, I'm sure y'all feel the same way. Yeah. Still send in, email it to us or whatever your task, if you need us to look at it or have questions about stuff. I know we'll all still be there for each other. So,
now I haven't looked ahead. So now we do have a discussion board. We still have to drop it for the SIOP. We still have to drop them in discussion board. Have y'all?
Nope. No. There's nowhere to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the way Dr. Neal made it sound was that Dr. Lamb had set that up, so he didn't put in a spot for us to drop it. So, but we can still, we can still email each other.
Okay.
If we, and she encouraged us to do that. So, and I know, we've all worked well together this whole year, so I know we'll continue to do that. So.
And once we agree when we're going to do task 4, I'll just shoot out, and, of course, I'll, be the Zoom, master for that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stop recording
Okay.
and end the meeting. Y'all have a good night. See y'all tomorrow.
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah, tomorrow night. What time is that?
I don't know.
Oh, she's got to send us a.
She has
Yeah.
visit
Yeah.
stuff.
All right.
Thanks.